Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please pour yourselves a drink and make your way to the couch. The awards ceremony is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IR Magazine Awards 2021. Please welcome to your screens IR Magazine's editor, Ben Ashwell.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the IR Magazine Awards 2021. I'm Ben Ashwell, and I'm the editor of IR Magazine and corporate secretary. My speech for the awards last year was all about the strange feeling of working from home in our pajamas and our slippers, dialing into seemingly endless Zoom calls, and for me personally, working next to my sleeping dog. At this point, that's absolutely the norm for all of us, and I hope that you've had a sleeping dog sleeping next to you for the last year. Now, of course, we do hope that we can return to in-person events, and especially awards, very soon. But in the meantime, these virtual events are a pretty darn good substitute. I'll admit to some skepticism this time last year about how it would all come together, but that was absolutely misplaced. It's always wonderful to get together and celebrate the achievements of the IR community, and that's especially true during the last year when it felt like the world tipped upside down. Whether you're a winner, a sponsor, or an enthusiastic viewer, I hope to catch up with you during the networking tool later on, and I hope that you enjoy today's show. Now, these awards recognize the achievements of our nominees and winners during 2020. From ESG to investor events, financial reporting to social media. On behalf of everyone at IR Magazine, congratulations to all of our nominees and winners tonight. And thank you also to our sponsors. We continue to be heartened by your support. And finally, thank you to our judges who presided over the award by nomination categories this year. It can be challenging to select winners during normal years, but it was even harder this year. For instance, I think every single public company could have put together a nomination for Best Crisis Management. So thank you so much to our judges, Bill Callahan, Sally Curley, Gary LeBranch, and Carol Murray-Negron, for your thoughtful deliberations. I hope that you can pour yourself a drink, enjoy the show, and celebrate the wonderful achievement of our winners. As a Northern California resident, I'm enjoying a glass of natural red wine. And it's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, I'd love to hand over to our MC partner for tonight, Aaron Amanda Prasad. Aaron is the Managing Director and Head of Corporate Access at Mizuho Americas. Aaron, over to you.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 IR Magazine Awards. Congratulations, nominees, on a great year under extremely unusual circumstances. Tonight, we celebrate the accomplishments of 2020, a year when investor relations officers had to provide clarity amid unprecedented volatility. For all of you IR Magazine regulars, we're back to our routine date at the end of March, which makes me feel like we're inching towards normalcy, even though I haven't left the four walls of my apartment since I saw you in September. I hope that you, your families, and your colleagues have remained healthy and safe. And I truly hope that the good news on the vaccine front allows us to be together on a dance floor for the IR Magazine Awards in March of 2022. Virtual applause to that, please. And I really hope to see many of you at a Mizuho conference before then. I look forward to meeting again in person and thanking you for your partnership. Together, we kept the conferences and the connectivity coming during what has turned out to be an incredibly busy time. Investors with cash on the sidelines have been looking for opportunities, while companies have been surveying the competitive landscape for M&A. Deal values in Q4 2020 were up a whopping 48% over last year. The major stock indices reached new highs. The third quarter finished with a record number of IPOs, and the fourth quarter wasn't too far behind. At Mizuho, we've had record quarters of revenues. We look past the crisis to emerging opportunities. We've been devoted to our client-first mindset, providing emergency liquidity, long-term financing, advisory, and research services. We benefited from further optimizing our investment bank, putting Mizuho Financial Group's $2 trillion balance sheet to work, solving clients' needs, expanding our product suite, and continuing to make key hires. For example, oil analyst Dan Boyd joined from BMO. Dan rounds out our energy and utilities research team, joining Gabe Marine, Paul Fremont, and Anthony Crowdell. You probably remember Paul and Anthony from their critically acclaimed cameos presenting the Best in Sector Utility Awards in September. Also, fintech analyst Dan Dolov launched coverage, and he's been moving markets with his bullish calls. He's the latest addition to the Mizuho Global Technology Research Team that spans the Americas, Japan, and Asia. In banking, we continue to rank in the top 10 for IG loans and bonds, and in the top 15 for project finance and high yield bonds. We joined the bulge bracket firms who founded DirectBooks to further streamline our primary bond issuance process. We continue to be boosted by strong performance in equity research and trading and by the continued influx of Japanese investors looking to the U.S. market for opportunities. Our corporate access calendar is packed with robust participation by companies and investors alike. Despite the move to 100% virtual events, the meeting volumes are soaring beyond historic levels, especially now with a new appreciation for a fully opened economy. Investors are looking for companies that provide creative disruptions and execute on great ideas. Please reach out to see if we can work together. I can give you additional information about our marquee events, including the Mizuho Energy Summit, the Data Center Series, the US Utility Summit, the Software Tour, the Therapeutics Seminar, or the Internet Forum, just to name a few. I now hand it off to our MC for the evening, IR Magazine Editor-at-Large, Lori Havelock. Lori Havelock is a journalist, a writer, and a podcaster who has worked with IR Magazine for almost a decade. Outside of writing about investor relations, he also works for the iPaper as a news editor and culture writer. Away from writing, he works on several comedy podcasts, including Pod Shambles and Idle Fantasy. He was a radio DJ and he hosted a weekly show on Shoreditch Radio called What's Your Plan B? He lives in London with his dog, Misha. It is my pleasure to introduce Lori Havelock.
Thank you, Aaron, for that introduction. And of course, a big thank you also goes to Mizuho Americas for being today's MC partner. And to the rest of you, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, virtually at least, for the 2021 IR Magazine Awards. I do remember thinking last year, and I think even saying at the awards last year, that our virtual ceremony would be a first and last for all of us, and that we'd be back together celebrating in person this year at the Cipriani. I'm afraid, once again, no news to all of you. That has not been possible this year, but we've done our very best to recapture that awards ceremony magic and bring it to you today, and we hope you enjoy all that we've got planned for you this afternoon. Just before we get on to the good stuff, just want to make sure we all know what it takes to win one of the coveted IR Magazine awards and how each of today's winners has been chosen. So, first up, let me tell you about IR Magazine's long-standing research awards, which have been running globally for more than 30 years. All of today's nominees and winners are determined by hundreds of analysts and investors from across the US. We ask them to cast their votes via electronic and telephone surveys. The investment community isn't given any shortlists of any kind to choose from. The survey is completely open, the voting process is completely open, and every publicly listed company across the US is eligible to be put forward for an award. Then an external research firm analyzes the survey results, and the companies with the highest combined scores across various categories make today's shortlists. Given the extensive outreach, then it is really a great honor just to be nominated, let alone win one of these awards. Then we have the more recently established awards by nomination categories. These have grown to become one of the most popular among our audience, these categories, and they allow individuals and companies to nominate themselves for recognition across various aspects of IR. Tell us a little bit more detail about what they're up to. And then to decide these winners, the editorial team at IR Magazine developed a short list of what they thought were the top candidates from across all the submissions received, before these shortlists were then sent to a panel of expert judges to review. And then, armed with the traditional weapons of tally sheets, presentations, reports, notes galore, probably a cup of coffee or two, our judges then convened to decide the winner for each of these categories. So before we go any further, I'd love you to join me in recognizing all of this year's judges and to thank them for taking time out of their packed schedules to make all of this happen. So our thanks go to Sally Curley, the founder and CEO of Curley Global IR, William Galligan, the former Vice President of Investor Relations for Kansas City Southern, Gary LeBranche, President and CEO of the National Investor Relations Institute, Carol Murray Negron, the President of Equanimity, and last but not least, IR Magazine's very own editor, my colleague Ben Ashwell. A virtual round of applause for you all. I'll give you a real one. Congrats, well done. Thank you so much. So for our presentation then this afternoon, let's get into it. There are 28 awards to present. I did say 28. Yes, it's going to be a robust afternoon. Here is just how things are going to work. I'm going to announce each category, and then I'm going to hand it over via the magic of the internet to our awards partner, who's going to read out the nominees and finally announce the deserving winner in each category. In an effort to keep the element of surprise going and to capture some of that Oscars magic, IR Magazine has asked all of our nominees to submit an acceptance speech video ahead of today's awards ceremony. So once the winner is revealed, the corresponding acceptance speech will be played out on your screens, and that is the first time that anyone will know who has won each category, so keep an eye out as it could be yours. And as we aren't able to hand out the awards in person this year, not at least without extensive, wiping down and disinfection of all of them, IR Magazine will instead be mailing the well-earned and well-sanitized trophies to the winners straight after the event, plus a box full of surprise gifts from our awards partners. So, with all that said and done, and with a bit of an overview about how this afternoon is going to work, I'd like to give thanks to all of today's partners who have helped make it possible. A special thanks goes to our MC partner, Mizuho Americas, for their introduction at the beginning of the show. Thank you very much. And a huge thank you to our official champagne partner, Silicon Valley Bank SVB Leerink. They are providing a special bottle of champagne for all of today's winners. What a lucky treat. Well, let's kick off proceedings with our series of awards by nomination categories. And pretty aptly, we're going to be starting with the Best Crisis Management Award, which is presented by Okapi Partners. The judging panel noted that although entries are split into different categories, many, if not all, of this year's submissions dealt with crisis management in some form or another. It has been quite the year after all. For this particular category, our nominees share details about their crisis-ready plans, their strategy that was implemented, and finally, how the IR team's actions successfully protected and restored shareholder value in, of course, you don't need me to say, a year of pretty unprecedented events and volatility. So to announce the nominees and today's first winning company, I'm delighted to hand over to Okapi Partners Managing Director, Mark Green. Mark, over to you.
Good evening. I'm Mark Green, Managing Director at Okapi Partners. We are once again honored to be here at the IR Magazine Awards banquet. We are proud to present the award for Best Crisis Management. Truth be told, I think everybody after this year should have been nominated for this award. But the 5 nominations are Ally Financial, Blackbaud, Hannon Armstrong, Hilton Worldwide Holdings, and Norwegian Cruise Lines. And the winner is Hilton Worldwide Holdings. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, IR Magazine, for this incredible recognition. I'd also like to extend a huge thank you to the financial community and all of our stakeholders whose unwavering support enabled us to not only navigate the challenges of this past year, but to help position us to emerge stronger as we continue on our road to recovery. And a special thank you to our amazing team members. You truly embody the light and warmth of hospitality. Thank you again.
Let's move on then to our second awards by nomination category, which is for Best ESG Reporting and is presented by our friends at Donnelley Financial Solutions. The demand for companies to inform investors about the range of ESG, environmental, social and governance risks and opportunities continues to grow. ESG prevails once again as our most popular awards category to enter, and with things like the EU's green taxonomy and other pressures coming along, it really is no surprise. And with that said, our entrants did such a great job of conveying their ESG story that the judges really had no choice but to shortlist 7 companies for this hotly contested category, which means sadly there are 6 we may have to slightly disappoint, but 1 winner really has been forged in battle here. Without further ado, I'm pleased to hand over to DFIN's Director of Corporate Governance Services, Ron Schneider. Ron, please tell us who comes out on top for this hotly contested category.
Hello, I'm Ron Schneider, Director of Corporate Governance Services at Donnelley Financial Solutions, also known as DFIN. I want to thank IR Magazine for bringing us together virtually today. Hopefully in the not too distant future we can resume gathering in person and fully enjoy the networking and pageantry of this fine event, and that will be great. DFIN is a leading global risk and compliance solutions company. We provide domain expertise, software, and data analytics for every stage of our clients' business and investment life cycles. On behalf of my colleagues in our company, it is my honor and pleasure to announce the winner of Best ESG Reporting. Investor interest in ESG, sustainability, human capital management, and related topics has never been greater. This is a complex, multifaceted set of issues that at most companies cuts across many lines and functions, from the board to executive management to legal, finance, HR, corporate communications, operations, supply chains, and certainly investor relations. During the height of the pandemic, many companies struggling to adapt or even survive understandably delayed or deprioritized their sustainability journeys and related reporting. Investors, for their part, largely provided some forbearance. That said, they now expect companies to resume this journey with vigor. ESG issues increasingly dominate the conversations we have with clients, from proxy disclosure to materiality assessments and reporting standards, creative design and web hosting, and increasingly involve technology and software solutions such as our Venue data rooms, Active Disclosure collaborative drafting platform, and others. Today, we honor a group of companies that are leading the way in ESG disclosure, providing inspiration and a roadmap for other companies to follow. It is now my pleasure to announce the finalists for Best ESG Reporting. And the finalists are FIS, Hannon Armstrong, Henry Schein, Honeywell International, OneOak, Philip Morris International, and Verizon Communications. And the independent judges from this fine group of companies have selected one winner. And I'm pleased to announce that the winner is FIS.
Hello, my name is Andrew Shefferdini, Head of Corporate and External Affairs at FIS. Today, I'd like to thank the panel and all of you for awarding the title of Best ESG Reporter to FIS. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this honor, and I am truly privileged to represent, along with Nathan Rozoff, the company today. At FIS, ESG is a team sport, and I couldn't be prouder of all of my colleagues across the business who helped make this award possible today and publishing our first and now award-winning Global Sustainability Report. These colleagues include our incredible investor relations partners, Nathan Rozoff and Lucy McGrath, our board of directors, and our executive leadership, especially our CEO, Gary Norcross, and our Chief Risk Officer, Greg Montana. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my direct team, Amber Belinsky, Aaron Eastwood, and our external partners, the Governance and Accountability Institute. ESG just isn't about transparency and disclosure for us. It's about making a real and significant positive impact in our society. Now I'd like to turn it over to my partner, Nathan Rozoff.
Thanks, Andrew. We really have formed a great partnership. We've accomplished so much standing up our ESG program in a very short period of time. To all the colleagues from around the world at FIS that helped us to create a leading ESG program, we'd like to thank you and recognize that this reward is for you. To the many shareholders who provided advice and feedback as we created our ESG program, we'd like to thank you. At FIS, we believe ESG is a journey, not a destination, and we strive to be transparent with all of our stakeholders in order to help our clients, colleagues, and communities to thrive. Finally, to the investor relations professionals attending tonight, thank you for your participation. To IR Magazine, thank you for recognizing FIS in this way. And to all the other award recipients, we'd like to extend our sincere congratulations.
Thank you so much, Andrew and Nathan. Great to hear from you, and well done to FIS on their well-deserved win. So, next up, we're looking at the category for Best Investor Event, which is presented by UBS. So without much surprise to many of you, this year's nominations had a unanimous focus on virtual events, not too many happening in person. Many of our nominees had to quickly pivot from, extensive in-person arrangements to completely virtual world, completely virtual formats. And we at IR Magazine have learned a thing or two about that over the past year ourselves. You can see actually that our production values have been a little bit upped for this year's awards. At this point, I'm going to hand it over to the award presenter from UBS. So please virtually welcome their Head of Americas for Corporate Access, Lauren Sclafani. Lauren, over to you.
Good afternoon. I'm Lauren Sclafani, Head of Americas Corporate Access at UBS. UBS is thrilled to be a part of the 2021 IR Magazine Awards. This year's nominees for Best Investor Event are Fiserv, Medtronic, Sempra Energy, Tractor Supply Company, and Zillow Group. And the winner is Tractor Supply Company. Congrats from UBS.
At Tractor Supply, we're committed to being a great place to work, a great place to shop, and a great place to invest. As a purpose-driven company, our Enhanced Earnings event, or an investment community day, as we like to also call it, was a great way to showcase the unique lifestyle of our customers, our strategic initiatives, and the culture of Tractor Supply. This year was incredibly important, even in a virtual environment, as we rolled out our new Life Out Here strategy. Our goal to showcase the talent and depth of our management team certainly came through. We were also able to share the industry-leading protocols we implemented to protect the health and safety of our team members and our customers. While the strength of our culture and our team member engagement can't be put into a financial model, it is a competitive advantage for Tractor Supply. On behalf of the more than 42,000 Tractor Supply team members, thank you to our investors and IR Magazine for this recognition. We appreciate your support of our IR program. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Wynn, and congratulations to the team at Tractor Supply Company. Our fourth awards category then is for the best IR during a corporate transaction. This is presented by Innisfree M&A Incorporated. Our judges here were looking for stories about how an IR team went above and beyond to support a recent corporate transaction and subsequently gain approval from key shareholders. Announcing the winner for us here is Lloyd Lefcourts, the director of Innisfree M&A Incorporated. Take it away, Lloyd.
Good evening. Welcome to the second annual virtual IR Awards dinner. Innisfree M&A Incorporated is very pleased to present the award for Best IR during a corporate transaction. And the nominees are First Horizon Corporation, Ideanomics, IMAB Biopharma Company Inc., T-Mobile USA, Wright Medical Group, and Zoom Info Technologies. And the winner for Best IR during a corporate transaction goes to T-Mobile USA. Congratulations from Innisfree M&A and everyone in the IR community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Judd Henry, Head of Investor Relations for T-Mobile. On behalf of our entire team, I'm happy to accept this award for Best Investor Relations during a corporate transaction. It was a wild 23 months from the time we announced this deal in April of 2018 to the time we finally closed it in April this past year. It's a very interesting path with regulatory twists and turns along the way, but fortunately both investor relations teams from the two companies worked closely together throughout the process and did a tremendous job, which made it all the easier when we finally closed and put our teams together officially in April. So again, on behalf of our entire team, happy to accept this award and thank you all.
We'll now be looking at the category for Best IR Website, which is presented by EQS Group. With the IR website really being the first point of contact, the window to the soul of the company, we wanted to hear from firms that have developed a best-in-class site displaying top-notch customer experience, engaging content, and multi-platform access in a year, of course, when they would be more important than ever. So to present this award is EQS Group's Managing Director, Marco Goldberg. Over to you, Marco.
On behalf of EQS Group, I am honored to present to you the nominees of this year's IR Magazine Award for Best Investor Relations Website. The nominees are Etsy, Intel Corporation, Tractor Supply Company, Voya Financial, and Zebra Technologies Corporation. And the winner of this year's IR Magazine Award for Best IR Website is Intel Corporation. Congratulations. Cheers.
On behalf of the entire investor relations team at Intel, I want to thank IR Magazine for this award. We had a ton of help internally from our PR, legal, ESG, and other teams, as well as from our website provider, Equisolve, who incorporated industry best practices and brought their creative ideas to the site. Thank you again, IR Magazine, for recognizing INTC.com as this year's best investor relations website.
Very well done, Tim, and to all of the team at Intel Corporation for your win there. We're on to the penultimate award by nomination. This category is for the best use of technology and social media for IR, and this award is presented by our friends at Q4. Our judges here were looking for evidence of the innovative ways that teams have incorporated video, audio, infographics, webcasts, all these sorts of things into their IR program, with the ultimate goal of heightened investor and analyst engagement. And again, in a year where many companies have turned to these solutions, we're really looking for some, as we mentioned, innovative and best-in-class solutions here. I'm delighted to hand over to Q4 CEO Daryl Heaps, who knows a thing or two about webcasts and online communications, to tell us who has won. Over to you, Daryl.
Good evening, this is Daryl Heaps from Q4. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. It feels like we're in the final stretch here of COVID, so this may be the last all-virtual IR Magazine Award, so hopefully you're enjoying it. We do have a sponsored table at tonight's event, so if you are milling around and looking to network, please join us at the Q4 table. Would love to chat. So today I have the pleasure of giving away the award for the best use of technology and social media in IR. And the nominees are Atlassian and Zoom Video Communications. Zoom is certainly something that we've all spent an absolute ton of time on over the last year. And so it is my pleasure to announce the winner is Zoom Video Communications. Congratulations, Zoom, on winning the IR Magazine Award for Best Use of Social Media and Technology, and for also helping all of us navigate through this crazy pandemic over the last year. Thanks very much, and have a great night, everyone. Cheers.
Hello, everyone. This is Tom McCallum from Zoom, Head of Investor Relations. I want to thank the folks at IR Magazine for this wonderful award. I want to thank the judges. I also want to thank the team at Zoom for really pulling together a great submission. We are really proud and humble as Zoom has become a killer app over the last year, really trying to help out in this crisis. And we are looking forward to a post-pandemic world like everyone else. And we are excited that I think Zoom will continue to be used very heavily in the investor relations world with investors. Going forward, we see the opportunity for people to have a much better lifestyle and also save on a carbon footprint by not traveling as much. This has been just a phenomenal year for Zoom. We have grown rapidly. We were growing rapidly pre-pandemic, but with the advent of work from anywhere, Zoom has really taken off. And in the investor relations world, we've seen it being used for transactions, for conferences, earnings calls, analyst days, and we did all of that ourselves here at Zoom as well before the pandemic, and continuing on, adding more and more. Most recently in January, we actually did a $2 billion secondary offering, very well received by the street, and again, done all on Zoom. So I also appreciate all of my peers who reached out to me to ask for help on trying to go virtual with their investors as well. It's been really great to see the community kind of pull together and really keep things moving. The pandemic was a terrible time, but it also allowed us to stay connected through Zoom, and I'm really proud of that. Again, thank you everyone, and have a great evening.
On to the last of our awards by nomination categories. This is for the Rising Star and is presented by the National Investor Relations Institute. This category aims to celebrate those who bring fresh thinking and a unique approach to the profession. We at IR Magazine consider our nominees to be the talent of tomorrow. You need only look at shortlists from previous years to see how well our rising stars of yesterday are doing today. If you joined us for the awards last year, in fact, you might remember that Gabriel Ratcliffe from Etsy scooped up this award and truly laid down the gauntlet for this year's winner in his acceptance speech. The challenge was on, let's see who could take the crown for 2021. To do the honours, I'm going to hand over to Neary's President and CEO and a member of this year's judging panel, Gary LeBranche. Please, Gary, come to the screen and tell us more about the rising star this year.
Hello, good evening. I'm Gary LeBranche, President and CEO of the National Investor Relations Institute, and I hold in my hand a golden envelope. And in that golden envelope is the location of a secret treasure chest containing $1 million in unmarked bills. And tonight, we're going to announce the name of one of you who's sitting on a chair under which we place the key to the treasure chest. I'm sorry, that's the wrong meeting. That's going to happen, I guess, or maybe not happen at the Neary virtual conference in June. So sorry about that. Today is actually the IR Magazine Gala of US Awards. And so this is the Rising Star Award. And I'm pleased on behalf of Neary to recognize the nominees of the award, who are Rose Zazmadel, sorry for mispronouncing your name, from One Life Healthcare, Nick Muscato from Amadeus, Martin Lamb from Atlassian, Jennifer Dooley, Green Thumb Industries, Abby Dempsey, Western Midstream Partners. And it's my pleasure to say that the winners are Abby Dempsey, Western Midstream Partners, and Nick Muscato from Amadeus. Congratulations to the nominees and to the winners, and we'll see you all in June at the Neary Virtual Conference.
Thank you for this honor, and congratulations to all the other nominees. 2020 was a memorable year for everyone, but it was especially memorable for the team here at WES. We started out the year with only a few employees. Even though we've been a public company for over a decade, we'd always been tied to a parent company. In 2020, WES had to onboard 1,600 employees, set up a corporate culture and core values, all while dealing with the ongoing pandemic. This created a unique opportunity for the IR and communications team here at WES to create a new story to be told to the investment community. Thank you again, and a special thank you to the IR and communications team here at WES. Our success in 2020 would not have been possible without this amazing team.
Hey guys, just wanted to say how honored and humble I am to be receiving this award. Couple quick thank yous. Obviously, IR efforts are not a solo job. So wanted to thank everyone in the Metasys management team, including Paul Cousireau, CEO, Chris Gerard, COO, and Scott Ginn, CFO. You guys, your support and engagement really make all of our efforts so much better. Also, just want to say thank you to my wife, Lauren, and my son, Graham. Couldn't do this without you guys. Your love and support means the world to me. Thank you, IR Magazine. Hope everybody's staying well, staying safe, and hopefully we can get together next year in person. Until then, take care and talk to you later.
We're now going to turn to look at our awards by research categories. And as I mentioned at the start of the show, our research awards have been running globally for more than 30 years and are determined by the investment community's input across the US through their votes in our research survey. So none of these companies have been suggested by us. This is exactly who the investment community would have picked out. So the first of these awards is for the most progress in IR. Let's go over to our presenter to tell us who's won.
In 3, 2.
Hello, I'm Patrick Martin, partner, Business Solutions here at Kramer. I'm coming to you from our studio in Boston. The Kramer team is made of experienced experts. We've built events and content to captivate your audience. At this point, it feels cliche to say we've seen more digital transformation in 12 months than most experts predicted could happen in years. And the investor relations community is no different. Literally, thousands of investor events were forced to change in an instant either canceling their plans or moving from in-person meetings to virtual programs like this. Luckily for us and our clients, virtual programs were not new to our team. For 15 years, we've been broadcasting some of the most high-profile investor relations virtual events and virtual investor days, and we've been doing it from this very studio. While it's been a hectic year in the events industry, it's a year defined by growth. And that's why we felt the 2021 Most Progress Award category was the perfect opportunity to partner with IR Magazine and introduce ourselves to all of you. I could not be more excited about the following nominees. One analyst said this year's winner made a ton of effort improving investor communications. And the nominees are Axon Enterprise, General Electric, J.B. Hunt Transport Services, and Switch. So, without further ado, let's congratulate the deserving winner of this year's Most Progress category. And the winner is General Electric. Fantastic job, General Electric, and congratulations to all of the nominees. This has been a trying year for everyone, and the progress you've all made is nothing short of amazing.
Hi, I'm here with the GE team, Blair, Bridget, John, and Jen. And thanks very much to IR Magazine and to all of the investors and analysts who voted. Thank you very much for this honor. To receive feedback like this is especially meaningful to our team. We in IR are working to continuously improve to earn investors' trust and to support GE on its transformation journey. Your feedback, both positive and constructive, in good measure each, is helping to shape GE's transformation. GE-wide, you probably hear us talk a lot about how we're transforming how we work through Lean. In our own team space, this manifests in a few ways. On the customer side, both the buy side and the sell side, our door is always open. Direct one-on-one and surveys and analytics for input on what's useful and what could be better. And we hear a lot of what could be better. On the process side, in terms of our process orientation, we use standard work to make our processes repeatable. We find opportunities to eliminate waste, and it's been an evolution for us. I can promise you, we all can, taking out days of cycle time to construct all of our IR communications while also trying to improve quality. Kaizen, a mindset of continuous improvement, and really taking this to heart across the team. And finally, our culture, humility, transparency, focus, these leadership behaviors at GE, trying to keep these values at the center of our efforts. And this also helps us drive improving results. So with that in mind, I'd like to acknowledge the other nominees, Axon Enterprises, J.B. Hunt, Switch, and along with the other companies being recognized throughout this event, you inspire us, you motivate us, and you give us more to work towards to be better ourselves every day. So thank you again on behalf of the whole GE team.
Thank you, Stephen, and well done once again to you and all the team at General Electric. Our next category then is for the best IR by a non-US company in the US market, excluding Canada. To announce the winner here, I'd like to welcome to your screens Mary Turnbull, Managing Director of Corporate Access for Raymond James and Associates. Mary, please tell us who the winner is.
Hello, my name is Mary Turnbull, Head of Corporate Access at Raymond James. I'm here today to give the award for Best IR by a non-US company in the US market, excluding Canada. The nominees are, in alphabetical order, Adidas, BP, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, and Roche Holdings. And the winner is Roche Holdings. Congratulations.
On behalf of the entire Roche Investor Relations team, we are greatly honored to be awarded the Best IR by a non-US company in the US market. We are very grateful to our investors for this nomination, and it is a recognition of the hard work our teams in both the US and Switzerland have put in this past year. I would like to recognize my colleagues first and foremost, who have shown great resilience in adapting to the changing environment and continuing to engage virtually with the financial community. And finally, we would like to thank IR Magazine for bestowing this award upon us and creating this fantastic event to recognize the contribution of IR teams
all around the world. Thank you.
And very well done to Roche Holdings on their win. Now, next up, we're going to move on and look at the Best in Sector awards. We often hear that when IROs and senior management are looking to improve, they tend to turn towards companies in their sector, making this set of categories a great way to benchmark performance. Each nominee is a model of best practice within their respective field. So let's run through each of our sectors here. The first award is that Sector Award for Communications. I'm going to turn it over to the presenter to announce today's winner. Take it away.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to be able to announce the nominees and winner in this year's Best of Sector Communications category. The nominees are Electronic Arts, Spotify Technology, Switch, Uber Technologies, and Verizon Communications. And the winner is Uber Technologies. Let me be the first to congratulate the entire Uber Technologies team on winning this award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm deeply honored to be accepting this award on behalf of Uber's Investor Relations team. 2020 was an exceptionally challenging year, as you all know, and it was a great learning experience for us coming just under a year since we went public. This award is extra special in that context, and it feels great to be recognized among a set of exceptional investor relations team. I want to thank our shareholders, analysts, IR Magazine, and the judges for this recognition. Since our IPO in 2019, our team has worked hard to improve investors' understanding of the Uber story, and we're focused on building a long-term oriented IR organization, serving as a voice for shareholders with our management team. We look forward to continuing that engagement. Thanks again for this recognition, and congratulations to all the winners and the nominees.
Next up is the Sector Award for Consumer Discretionary. I'm delighted to hand it over to a member of this year's judging panel who's going to do the honors of telling us who has won. So please welcome to your screens Sally Curley, founder and CEO of Curley Global IR. Please, Sally, take it away.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sally Curley, and I'm thrilled and honored to be presenting the Best in Sector Consumer Discretionary Award this evening. The nominees are Aptiv, Axon Enterprise, D.R. Horton, Etsy, and Hilton Worldwide. And the award goes to Hilton Worldwide Holdings. Congratulations, Hilton team, on your IR Magazine award, and well done.
Thank you, IR Magazine, for this extraordinary recognition. And thank you to the financial community for your continued support. It's a pleasure engaging with all of you, and we really look forward to doing that again in person this year. Lastly, thank you to all of the incredible teams at Hilton who support our investor relations efforts. You truly embody the light and warmth of hospitality. Thank you again.
So let's move on to now the category for Best in Sector for Consumer Staples. We're going to hear from the presenter for this award, who's going to announce the nominees and, of course, reveal the much anticipated winner. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David White, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Irwin. We are a leading investor relations software provider enabling capital markets professionals to build stronger relationships with the investment community. Irwin creates simple solutions for global public companies to uncover new potential investors and shareholders, with the end goal of delivering better stakeholder awareness, higher trading volumes, and more stable share prices. I want to thank IR Magazine for putting together this event to celebrate all the great people in investor relations. Now I'm pleased to be giving out the award for the Best in Sector for Consumer Staples. The nominees are Costco Wholesale Corporation, General Mills, PepsiCo, Philip Morris International, the Estee Lauder Companies. And the winner is Philip Morris International. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all the nominees and the winners this evening. First and foremost, I hope everyone is safe and well during these unprecedented times. I'm thrilled to accept this award on behalf of Philip Morris International and the Investor Relations team. And since it is a team effort, I invited the team to join us all. So you can see us all on the screen. We have James, Devin, Angela, Benoit, Debbie, Nicole, and Yvonne, all from New York and Lausanne. So thank you all for joining us. And thank you to IR Magazine and all the investors and analysts who voted for us in this sector award. We appreciate it very, very much. This award validates the efforts of the team, as I said earlier, in a difficult environment to consistently and clearly communicate the new company strategy. We've gone through this transformation over the past several years to deliver a smoke-free future. And as we recently said at our investor meeting in February, we are targeting to become a majority smoke-free company by 2025. So this award, we are very, very gratified that it recognizes what we have been doing with investors in our Global Investor Relations program. And again, we thank you very, very much. Have a great evening and stay well and stay safe.
So the next award is for those companies in the energy sector. I'm going to hand it over to our presenter once more to do the honors for this category.
For the next award, I'm happy to be presenting the nominees for Best in Sector for Energy. The nominees are ConocoPhillips, Devon Energy Corporation, Diamondback Energy, Enterprise Products Partners, Matador Resources, Valero Energy Corporation. And the winner is Enterprise Products Partners. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone, and greetings from Houston, Texas. Well, we survived the deep freeze last week, and it is really nice to have a return to normal weather. It's also really nice and very special to be recognized on the short list for Best in Sector for Energy by IR Magazine. Truly, it's an honor for Enterprise Products Partners, and whether we win or not, thank you for your consideration. I've always enjoyed the annual receptions you guys host for these awards, and I look forward to attending again in the future. Thank you again, and have a great evening.
Congratulations to Randy and the team at Enterprise Products Partners. We are also looking forward to welcome you back to our in-person gala in the future. Fingers crossed for 2022. We can't wait to be celebrating with everybody in person once more. So on to the Sector Award for Financials. We're going to head over to our presenter to find out who the winner is once more.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Agnes Watson, the CEO of StockPerks, and we're absolutely delighted to present Best in Financials Sector Award. The nominees are First Republic Bank, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase & Co., Progressive, the Blackstone Group, and Voya Financial. And the winner is JP Morgan Chase & Co. Huge congratulations to the team.
Best in Sector Financials. First off, I want to thank the IR Magazine for hosting this event despite the challenging times. Also, I would like to thank our investors and analysts who continue to cover us and support us. When I think of the past year, the word that comes to mind for me is unprecedented. And to be honest, I'm not even sure that word fully captures it for any of us. But with that said, I could not be more proud of how JP Morgan Chase, as well as the industry at large, stepped up to deliver and support our customers, employees, and communities over the past year. One of the things we focused on as the IR team was really enhancing our communication and transparency with our key stakeholders. In order to do that, it was a true team effort, not just for the IR team, but across the firm. As for us, IR is really a firm-wide priority. And as I look forward to 2021, I think there's 3 areas we are going to focus on: enhancing our technology, continuing to improve our diversity and inclusion efforts, and really doubling down on ESG. I really want to thank everyone for this award. We are so proud to receive it, and we look forward to seeing everyone in person soon. Thank you.
Moving on now, let's look at the companies that have been shortlisted in the healthcare sector. This award will be presented by Silicon Valley Bank and SVB Leerink, and as I mentioned earlier, they're also today's official champagne partner, and they're going to be providing all of our winners with a lovely bottle of champagne as recognition for their achievements. We also have a little on the house here as well, so thank you very much to the team there. To present this award is their Director of Research, Jim Kelly. Jim, over to you and cheers.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Kelly. I'm the Director of Research at SVB Leerink. And on behalf of all my colleagues at Silicon Valley Bank and SVB Leerink, we're really proud to be able to partner with IR Magazine for tonight's events. So, without further ado, I am here to present Best in Sector Healthcare. And the nominees are Danaher, Johnson & Johnson, Medtronic, Pfizer, Teladoc Health, and Zimmer Biomet. And the winner is Medtronic. Congratulations, Medtronic and the Medtronic team. All right, everybody, thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thank you very much. It's such an honor to accept this award on behalf of Medtronic, our IR team, and our executives. Healthcare is such an amazing sector, and the other IR teams that were shortlisted for this award are all terrific. And it's such an honor to be recognized, especially in this past year, where healthcare was front and center of the world's efforts to fight this unprecedented global pandemic. It's been a privilege to tell Medtronic's story and how we served our employees, our customers, and our communities through this challenge. It's been inspiring to see how our entire organization pivoted and did incredible things like increasing our ventilator production 5-fold and open sourcing our ventilator design specs so other manufacturers around the world could quickly ramp production of such an important life-saving tool. It's also been a year where we had to innovate in investor relations. We had to develop new ways of reaching and engaging investors and analysts. At Medtronic, in addition to the pandemic, we supported a CEO transition. We used engaging video content to introduce our new CEO to investors and analysts with a full day in Video Investor Day. And for the first time in MedTech, we moved to engaging video earnings calls. I'd like to thank IR Magazine. They do such a great job with these award shows and supporting our profession. Thanks to all the investors and analysts that voted for our IR team at Medtronic. We get to interact with a number of terrific buy and sell siders in healthcare, and we appreciate their support. Thanks to our CEO, Jeff Martha, CFO, Karen Parkhill, and our other leaders at Medtronic for their support of our IR efforts. And thanks to our communications, finance, legal, and marketing teams. This is, of course, a team award, and our Medtronic IR team is the best. I want to recognize the team that won this award: Francesca DiMartino, Mark Welk, Wynn Edson, Phil Brell, Charles Elson, Justin Emery, Tracy McCartney, and Robin Putnam. Team, you are the best, and you are so deserving of this award. Thank you so much.
Moving on now to the Best in Sector Award for Industrials. This category is presented by Cowen. Please welcome to your screens their director, Sophia Seckler. Please, Sophia, over to you to tell us who's up for nomination and who is winning this category.
Best in Sector Industrials. And the nominees are American Airlines Group, Cummins, General Electric, Honeywell International, Stanley Black & Decker, and United Airlines. And the winner is Cummins.
Good evening. My name is James Hopkins, and I'm the Executive Director of Investor Relations at Cummins, and deeply honored to be here this evening to accept the award for Best Industrial on behalf of the company. Cummins, as many of you may know, is an industrial company that's been around now for over 100 years, manufacturing diesel engines and associated components. And 2020 was definitely one of the more challenging years in the company's 100-year history. Having said that, as a company, incredibly proud of our employees who both supported our customers during a very challenging time, but also supported all of our local communities in any way that we could through the COVID crisis. So once again, very appreciative of the award. I think while taking some credit on the investor relations side is easy, it's the company, its employees and their actions that really lead to a good story and good results to share with investors. And certainly the employees at Cummins have made my life much easier in that regard, especially in 2020. So thank you again, appreciate it, and have a good evening.
A very big well done to the team at Cummins. Congratulations to all of you. Next up is the category for the Best in Sector for Materials. To reveal the winner here, let's hear from the presenter for this award. Over to you to do the honours.
Thank you, Lori. I'm pleased to be able to join you virtually to present the IR Magazine Award for Best in Sector Materials. The nominees are Ball Corporation, FMC Corporation, Newmont Mining Corporation, Owens Corning, and the Sherwin-Williams Company. And the winner is Owens Corning. Congratulations. My first job during high school and college was in the Accounts Payable Department in Kansas City for Owens Corning. Congratulations again.
Hello to everyone joining this great event, and thank you to IR Magazine for hosting these awards. On behalf of Owens Corning, our management team, and our IR team, I want to say thank you to the investment community for recognizing us as Best in Sector for Materials. I also want to extend my congratulations to all the nominees in this category. It is an honor to be listed with these other companies.
I joined Owens Corning about 6 months ago, excited about the opportunity to be a part of a leading company in the building materials space. It's an honor to receive this award and see the investment community recognize our company as a standout in the materials sector. Thank you to IR Magazine, our investors, and our analysts for this award.
2020 was certainly an extraordinary year. Owens Corning, like so many companies, faced unprecedented challenges. Throughout the year, our company overcame these challenges through the resolve of our people, the strength of our market positions, and the value of our enterprise. Thank you to IR Magazine and the investment community for naming Owens Corning Best in Sector for Materials, and thank you to each of our 19,000 employees around the world. Without everything they do every day, earning recognition like this wouldn't be possible. Thank you, and we hope everyone is staying healthy and safe.
Congratulations to the team from Owens Corning once more. Moving on now to the Best in Sector Award for Real Estate. This category is presented by Gobi, and I'm delighted to welcome their Vice President of Solutions, Michelle Winters, to the screen. Michelle, could you please do us the honor of telling us who has won this category?
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Winters. I'm VP of Solutions at Gobi, and I'm really excited to present today for the Best in Sector for Real Estate. And as a ESG platform that supports real estate as one of our key customer bases, this is exciting for me. So there's a great group of nominations here that I'll start off with, which is American Tower Corporation, Equinix, Hersha Hospitality Trust, Host Hotels and Resorts, and SBA Communications Corporation. And then, so the winner is, out of the fancy golden envelope, Equinix. Congratulations, it's really an accomplishment, and I'm sure it was lots of hard work, so congratulations to you and your team. Thanks so much.
Equinix is incredibly honored tonight to receive the award for Best in Class for the real estate sector. Equinix is really a blend between a real estate company we converted to a REIT back in 2015 and also delivering digital infrastructure. From an investor relations program perspective, we focus on clear and consistent communication, transparent reporting, as well as a deeper management access, particularly challenging in a year after we've had in terms of making sure that we are reaching out to our investors. We also have expanded on the sustainability front, broadening the team to include both strategy as well as reporting across environmental, social, and governance metrics. I'd like to congratulate the direct investor relations team at Equinix, which includes Chip Newcomb and Katie Morgan, as well as thank the broader team, including FP&A, accounting, marketing, legal, and the execs, for helping us build and support and deliver a much wider platform around investor relations. Cheers to all the winners tonight.
Very well done to the team at Equinix, and more importantly, cheers to you too, Katrina. And thank you for giving me the excuse to be able to sup from my own flute this afternoon. I promise I won't do too much of this before the awards is underway, otherwise I may not make it to the end, because we've reached our penultimate Best in Sector award, and this one is for those companies in the technology sector. This category is presented by Mizuho Americas, who are also today's MC partner. Don't worry, there are no added obligations to ply me with champagne, those are already fulfilled, but as I received an introduction at the start of the show, it only seems right that I return the favour now. So, please welcome to your screens Aaron Amanda Price-Sand, Managing Director and Head of Corporate Access for the Americas, and her team at Mizuho Americas. Over to you.
On behalf of Mizuho, it is our pleasure to announce the recipient of the 2021 IR Magazine Best in Sector Award for Technology, which is a key focus for us. Perhaps no other year has brought into sharper focus the importance of technology and connectivity in every aspect of our lives. I'm joined by some key members of our technology team from corporate and investment banking, equity research, trading, and capital markets solutions at Mizuho.
I'm Rich Gallivan, based in San Francisco. I'm head of Mizuho's TMT corporate and investment banking practice.
I'm Greg Moskowitz, Senior Equity Software Research Analyst at Mizuho, and I'm pleased to see so many IROs nominated from my coverage universe.
I'm Dan Dolev, Senior Equity Research Analyst in the fast-growing fintech industry, which is expected to continue to disrupt the broader payments landscape.
And I'm Vijay Rakesh. I lead Mizuho Semiconductor and Semicap Equity Research coverage with thematic concentrations in autonomous driving and EV technology.
Hi, I'm Mike Drummey. I run the U.S. Equity Trading Desk here at Mizuho, and I'm also the lead sector trader for TMT.
And the nominees for the 2021 IR Awards Best in Sector Technology Award are
Microsoft, Palo Alto Networks, Salesforce.com,
Corning, NVIDIA Corporation,
and PayPal.
Okay, it's Drummy with the drum roll.
Good luck, everyone.
And the winner is NVIDIA Corporation. Congratulations!
Thank you so much, IR Magazine, for this important recognition. 2020 was a really exceptional year for us, as we shared significant advances in artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, computer graphics, and scientific computing. We also closed the acquisition of Mellanox to help define the modern data center, and we announced the proposed acquisition of ARM to help us position for the age of AI. It is an honor to have the support of the investment community as we continue to grow. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Simona and the team at NVIDIA Corporation, probably helping all of us keep up to date with our various video conferencing with their video card capabilities. Our final Best in Sector award is for utilities, another sector which has been vital to all of our success this year. Once again, I'm delighted to hand over to a member of this year's judging panel who's going to tell us who's won here. So please welcome to your screens, and thanks once more to Carol Murray Negron, President of Equanimity. Over to you.
It's my great pleasure to announce the nominees for the Best Investor Relations in the Utilities sector. They are Eversource Energy, NextEra Energy, and Xcel Energy. And this year's award goes to NextEra Energy. Congratulations to their IR team and to all the finalists.
Let's move on now to the set of awards for Best Investor Relations by a senior management team. We start by recognizing those at small to mid-cap companies. Presenting this award is News Direct. I'm going to hand it over to their founder and CEO, Greg Castano, to do the honors and tell us who is up for this award. Greg.
Hi, I'm Greg Castano,
founder and CEO of NewsDirect. I'm proud to present tonight's award for Best IR by a senior management team, small and mid-cap. And the nominees are Michael Arrighetti and Michael McFerrin, Ares Management Corporation. Michael Brown and Rick Weller, Euronet Worldwide. Joseph Foran and David Lancaster, Matador Resources Company. Brian Chambers and Kenneth Parks, Owens Corning. Bhaskar Rao and Scott Thompson, Tempur Sealy International. Congratulations to all the nominees. And the winner is Brian Chambers, CEO, and Kenneth Parks, CFO from Owens Corning. Congratulations to you both.
Hello, everyone. Let me start by saying thank you to the team at IR Magazine for all the work they put into coordinating the nomination process and hosting this great event. Congratulations to all the nominees for Best IR by a senior management team. And thank you to the investment community for nominating Owens Corning for this award. We value the feedback from all of our investors and analysts and appreciate our interactions with each of them. We are honored by the nomination and grateful for your support.
It's a privilege to be able to share the story of Owens Corning with the investment community, and an honor to be recognized for our IR efforts with this prestigious award. I've enjoyed getting to know our investors and analysts in this virtual world, and I look forward to when we can sit around the same table again. We hope everyone is staying healthy and safe.
Congratulations to Brian and Kenneth, and good to see you again, because that is, of course, the second win of the afternoon for Owens Corning. We're going to now turn to look at the award for Best IR by a senior management team at a large cap company. This award is presented by our partners at the Nuvo Group. So let's hand over to their presenter to do the honors of announcing today's winner. Over to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony Barletta, and I'm a managing partner of the Nuvo Group. On behalf of the Nuvo Group, I would like to congratulate and thank all nominees and winners at today's IR Awards. I will be presenting the award for Best IR by a senior management team, large cap. And the nominees are the following: Danaher Rayner Blair, CEO, and Matt McGrew, CFO. D.R. Horton, David Auld, CEO, and Bill Wheat, CFO. NVIDIA Corporation, Jensen Huang, CEO, and Colette Kress, CFO. Teladoc Health, Jason Gorvick, CEO, and Mala Murthy, CFO. And Zimmer Biomet, Brian Hansen, CEO, and Suketu Upaye, CFO. And the winner is NVIDIA Corporation, Jensen Huang, CEO, and Colette Kress, CFO. Congratulations.
I am honored to accept this award on behalf of NVIDIA's management team and to be nominated alongside so many other innovative and well-run companies. We look forward to continuing to see our technology get used to help solve some of the world's most challenging problems. Thank you, IR Magazine, for putting together this ceremony. We truly appreciate it.
Earlier in the show, we awarded those individuals in the Rising Star category, and fittingly and correspondingly, it's right that we recognize and honor the IR veterans of our community too. So, here to introduce our 2021 Lifetime Achievement winner is Ben Chodor, President of Intrado Digital Media, who are the partners for this award. Ben, please tell us a little bit more about this year's Lifetime Achievement winner. Over to you.
Hello, I'm Ben Chodor, President of Intrado Digital Media, and I have the privilege of presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award for 2021 to Maureen Wolf. Maureen is an accomplished visionary in the field of investor relations and corporate communications. She has more than 30 years of success counseling C-level executives and directors to raise the level of their communications and build credibility and maximize shareholder value. She has earned a reputation for providing clients with stellar advice on implementing best-in-class environmental, social, and governance ESG strategies, navigating through proxy contests and activism campaigns, elevating proxy communications, raising capital, and developing crisis communication strategies. Sally Curley, who won the IR Magazine Lifetime Achievement Award in 2019, had this to say, that it is not just Maureen's expertise that makes her a standout. Sally says, it's not often that one can say, my former boss is one of my closest friends. Maureen has been that to more and many, many people. An outstanding and well-recognized leader in the IR and governance field, a highly successful entrepreneur, a speaker, an author, and winner of prestigious business awards. She's an incredible mentor to many and sponsor to a lucky few in their careers. Carol Murray Negron, who won the IR Magazine Lifetime Achievement Award in 2003, agrees. She says Maureen is an exceptional person and one of the most deserving people of this award. She's a consummate professional, a thought leader in investor relations. She's also dedicated to advancing the highest aims of profession and NERI. I doubt that Maureen ever said no to anything that NERI has asked from her. Indeed, Maureen has a long-standing track record for leadership within NERI, including servicing as chairman and board member and spearheading the development of NERI's standards of practice. She's also served as chairman of NERI's IR Certification Council and helped develop the inaugural Investor Relations Certification, the IRC exam. This leadership is appreciated by Gary LeBranche, NERI's president and CEO, who says that Maureen is universally esteemed in the world of IR industry. So congratulations, Maureen, on a career where she has helped to shape how many of us think about investor relations and has been a friend, a supporter, an advocate for many, many talented IR professionals. Congratulations, and I raise a glass to you, which I'm sure everyone else will as well.
And there we are, coming live across the Atlantic Ocean. I'm delighted to welcome Maureen Wolf. Congratulations, Maureen. So good to have you with us tonight.
Thank you, Laurie.
Honestly, I don't think there's much I can add to what Ben has already said, but we're delighted to present you with this IR Magazine Award for Lifetime Achievement. Tell us, what is it? How does it feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, I didn't get to hear what Ben said, which might be a good thing. Then I would probably be too nervous, but I want to thank you, Laurie. Thank you, IR Magazine and Intrado, and all my friends and colleagues across the industry for this incredible honor. When I started in IR, we relied on our knowledge of business strategy, our ability to connect with audiences, our intuition, and most of all, each other. Through NERI, we mentored each other. We mentored CEOs and CFOs on how to communicate with perspective, candor, and clarity. And we worked hard to get a seat at the table, and we won. Along the way, we made lifelong friendships and created breakthrough executive roles for both men and women. Speaking of breakthrough women, I'm forever grateful to Sharon Merrill, who ushered me not only into the IR role, but into the CEO chair. Through our firm's long tenure, I've had the privilege of working with so many outstanding colleagues, and I see many of them are here tonight. I have learned so much from them, and I'm blessed that the circle of friends I hold most dear to me, I met through NERI and through IR in general. As I look forward, it's heartwarming to see the industry's progress in helping to improve our companies. Today, these improvements are not just about disclosure and transparency. Through a focus on ESG, these improvements enhance the lives of all stakeholders. A company has much more to accomplish beyond just the numbers. But this is not a new concept. Like bell bottoms and jumpsuits, everything comes back into style. I remember way back in the 90s when Ernst & Young introduced Measures That Matter. That was a groundbreaking research that emphasized the importance of non-financial factors in creating long-term value, such as corporate culture, customer satisfaction levels, and even environmental and social policies. That was even important back in the 90s. The IR field, the investment community, and the corporate world are now coming back to these important principles. And all of us in investor relations are in an enviable seat to help our companies make a difference in the world. Yes, we as investor relations professionals can make our companies truly great. Now that's a legacy. Thank you again so much, Lori, and thank you to everyone for this tremendous honor. And congratulations to all the outstanding winners tonight. I look forward to hopefully seeing everyone in person next year.
Absolutely, Maureen. We can't wait to congratulate you in person and raise a glass to you. But until then, stay safe. Thanks so much for being with us. We better get back to the rest of the show. See you soon. So this next set recognised the best investor relations officers at various companies, which really recognises those seasoned IROs who lead by example at their respective companies. So first, let's look at the best investor relations officers in small to mid-cap companies. This category is presented by NASDAQ. Please join me in welcoming their presenter, who's going to announce the nominees and tell us who has won.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Chambers, and I'm a Senior Managing Director here at NASDAQ. I'm thrilled to present the nominees and award for Best Investor Relations Officer, Small to Mid-Cap. I'd first like to say I hope everyone tuning into this event is safe and healthy. It is hard to comprehend what the last year has been like for us all, the personal and professional sacrifices, but I'm so encouraged by what we have overcome. I want to thank IR Magazine for continuing to host this event despite the virtual environment. They continue to be good stewards of the IR community, serving practitioners around the world. For just the first 2 months of 2021, NASDAQ has welcomed 198 IPOs, representing 68% of all US IPOs. Our IPOs have raised over $54 billion, which represents 61% of the total capital raised in the United States. Excluding SPACs, we have welcomed 52 operating companies for an 83% win rate year to date. In addition to our listings, NASDAQ's IR services continue the fast-paced momentum as we work with companies to better engage with their shareholders and drive industry-leading intelligence to their management and board. NASDAQ's Corporate Platforms Group are driving transformation across the capital markets and IR community. Now, turning to the reason why you're listening in, let's introduce this year's nominees for Best Investor Relations Officer, Small to Mid-Cap. We have Daniel Cravens, American Airlines Group, Andrea James, Axon Enterprise, Tina Ventura, Horizon Therapeutics, Brad Delco, JB Hunt Transport Services, Michael Leskinen, United Airlines. And this year's winner for Best Investor Relations Officer, Small to Mid-Cap goes to Dan Cravens, American Airlines Group. Congratulations from your team and friends here at NASDAQ.
Hi, this is Dan Cravens at American Airlines. On behalf of our entire team, I'd like to thank IR Magazine, the analyst, and the investor community for including us as a nominee for the Best Investor Relations Officer. So on behalf of the entire team, thank you.
Congratulations, Daniel. Great to hear from you too. Moving on then, the next category is for the Best Investor Relations Officer at a large cap company. And this award is presented by ZRG Partners. To do the honors, I'll now hand over to Smooch Repovich Reynolds, Managing Director Partner, Global IRO and CCO, Practice Group. Please take it away, Smooch. Tell us who's won this award.
Hi, everyone. I'm Smooch Repovich Reynolds, Global Practice Group Leader of the Investor Relations Officer Practice Group at ZRG Partners. ZRG is a global executive search firm, and our focus is to work with management teams to solve critical talent acquisition challenges. I'm always happy to be at the IR Magazine Awards event and participate as a presenter. It's such an exciting time for everyone who's worked so hard all year long to hear who the best of the best are. And I'm happy to say that I'm here for a second year in a row to present the Best IRO Large Cap Company Award. And the nominees are Elena Rossman at Aptiv, Matthew Gugino at Danaher, Jill Slattery at Hilton Worldwide Holdings, and Ryan Weisfenning at Medtronic. And I want to say congratulations to all of you for all of your hard work last year and all of the effort that you put into being great role models for your peers and the broader investor relations profession. And the winner is Matt Gugino at Danaher. Congratulations, Matt. It's a well-deserved award. We look forward to hearing more from you throughout the year as you evolve the IR function at Danaher, and we'll look forward to learning more about Danaher in the future.
It's great to be here tonight, and thank you to IR Magazine for hosting this award ceremony again virtually this year. Hopefully we're all back in person for next year's event. I'd first like to extend a special congratulations to all the other nominees. It's truly humbling to be included along such outstanding investor relations professionals. It's really an honor to accept this award on behalf of the entire Danaher leadership team, including Rainer Blair, our CEO, and Matt McGrew, our CFO, as well as our 70,000 associates around the globe. I'd also like to acknowledge my teammates, Kelly Brame, Brian Pfeiffer, and Kim Rice. This award is a testament to your hard work and dedication over the past several years. And also a special thank you to all our investors and analysts for your partnership and your support of Danaher. Over the past 7 years, it has been such a privilege to help tell the Danaher story to Wall Street, and I truly can't think of any better job out there. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your evening.
Well done to Matthew for scooping up the award this year, particularly after featuring on the shortlist in 2020 as well. A great achievement by you and testament to your staying power. We've finally reached the final set of categories and perhaps the most anticipated of the afternoon. However, these are our award by research scores which have been combined to produce the shortlists for the best overall investor relations, which are split by market cap, and all three of these categories are presented by our awards partner, Bank of America. At this point, I should mention that you can view all of the awards by research rankings and the breakdown of how we arrived at the best overall investor relations awards in the investor perception study, which will be available to IR Magazine subscribers after the event this afternoon. The first category here is for the best overall investor relations by a small cap company, and I'm delighted to hand over to Bank of America's Managing Director and Head of Global Corporate Access, Liz Everett Chrisberg. Liz, please tell us who's up for nomination here.
Good evening. My name is Liz Everett Chrisberg, Global Head of Corporate Access at Bank of America. We are honored to be presenting the last three awards tonight for Best Overall Investor Relations Teams. But before we do, I wanted to say that we can't wait to get back together with you all in person when it's safe. But in the meantime, a genuine thank you to IR Magazine for getting us together virtually again this year. Bank of America is proud to partner with IR Magazine to recognize outstanding investor relations teams with these awards. And now on to the awards. The nominees for Best Overall Investor Relations Team Small Cap are Energy Recovery, Hersha Hospitality Trust, Koppers, Matador Resources Company, and Stoneridge. And the winner is Matador Resources Company. Congratulations.
Hey.
And there we are. From Dallas, Texas, we have our winner of the Best Overall Investor Relations for a Small Cap Company, Matador Resources Company. Congratulations, everyone. Gosh, it's good to see all of you in one place. How are you doing? I'd love to ask you to say a few words if you can.
Well, thank you very much. This is many thanks. As you can tell by our enthusiasm, we weren't expecting this, but we're delighted and we're very honored to receive this from IR Magazine and appreciate it very much. There's a real effort by the whole team. All goes into our investor relations, and wanted to have everybody here that is involved and the rest of the company. And we congratulate the other nominees and say, I'm sure it's a close question, but we're happy we got across the finish line.
Absolutely. You were the team identified by the analysts, the investors we spoke to, and I guess the only thing left for all of you now is to celebrate. And you look like you're slightly ahead of us here in the UK over in Texas. How will you be celebrating this? Are you able to go out and maybe have a few drinks or have something else to celebrate?
Well, we'd normally say we'd have a rodeo first, but given the limitations of the office and the COVID, we'll probably have a few drinks and take a victory lap around the office.
With or without,
thank you very much. This will be a night to remember.
I certainly hope so. Maybe a rodeo is something we can get in for the US Awards for 2022 for everyone to enjoy when we can do it in person. But until then, everyone, well done from all of us here at IR Magazine. Can't wait to see you in person to celebrate. Best overall investor relations small cap company. That's Pastoral Resources. Congrats again. Good.
All right.
Moving on now, we'll look at the best overall investor relations award for mid-cap companies. You may be able to tell I'm slowing down my speech slightly. I'm leaving slightly longer pauses. It only means one thing. We're down to some of the most keenly contested awards of the whole afternoon. The small cap award, of course, goes with that too. But these are really the best of the best. And as previously described, determined through our rigorous research. Probably worth me reminding you all once more that these are not companies that we have pre-chosen. These are not companies that our judging panel have put forward. These are not companies who we have any close relationship with. These are companies picked out by the investment community as the best of the best. So there's very little suggestion going on. You can be sure that those companies, even mentioned on the short list, as we've already said this evening, are those to emulate, those to look to, those to consider for best practice. And as I mentioned in the last link as well, the full information of exactly how well these companies have done, do go and check out the investor perception study, which will be available very shortly on irmagazine.com if you are a subscriber, of course. So with that, I feel like I've maintained some of the tension at least. I kept you waiting just a little longer. Hopefully you've edged slightly further forward in your seats. Let's hand over to Bank of America's presenter, Liz Everett Chrisberg, to do the honors of running down the short list and, of course, telling us who has won this award for mid-cap companies. Liz, let's go back over to you.
Next up is the best overall investor relations team, mid-cap. The 2021 nominees are American Airlines Group, Axon Enterprise, J.B. Hunt Transport Services, Owens Corning, and United Airlines. And the winner of the best overall investor relations team mid-cap is Axon Enterprises. Congratulations.
And delighted to be joined live once more by our second big winner, our best overall investor relations and mid-cap company winner at Axon Enterprise, Angel Ambrosio, joining us. Angel, congratulations to you and all your team. So good to see you here. How does it feel to be walking away tonight with an IR Mag trophy?
Oh man, we are just so excited. Thank you so much. We are just over the moon. Still can't believe it.
And so tell me, what, in your own words, what are kind of the main achievements as a team this year in IR? Because obviously this has been a hell of a year.
Yeah, well, first I'd just like to give a major kudos to my partner in crime, Andrea James. She is our SVP of Corporate Strategy and Investor Relations. And we just would not be here without her. So I think we responded really well to everything that happened in 2020. I think we stayed really engaged with the capital markets. And so I think our response times and just staying really visible and transparent was a real strength for us in 2020.
Absolutely, and that's exactly the sort of thing we heard from the investors and analysts we spoke to. I guess also the next question, we just heard that they're planning a rodeo down in Texas. What would be your first point of order when it comes to celebrating with the team?
Oh boy, I'm not sure about a rodeo. I don't know how well any of us would do, but I think we could do some kind of virtual celebration, maybe another escape the room. We've done those before, so we'll see. The opportunities are endless, but we're really excited. Well,
I hope you get to enjoy that celebration as much as you can virtually, and then as soon as we can in person, we'd love to raise a toast to you and the team. And until then, take care. So good to see you, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
And finally, Our last award of the afternoon. Gosh, I feel even tense just saying that sentence. This is for the best overall investor relations by a large cap company. Now, those of you who have been at our in-person events know that this is the point in the room, the point in proceedings where the room goes almost completely silent. You can hear a pin drop at this moment. It's not quite the same if I do it on my own as I'm recording this, but if you can imagine some of that tension, perhaps you could play some of your own dramatic music of your choice at this point. You can take a second to think about how far we've come this evening, everybody, how many awards we've recognized, and recognizing that this is the summation of all of those. For large cap companies, at least, I would hate to do down our small and mid cap winners just then. But yes, this is the point also in the evening where probably the most alcohol has been consumed as well. So maybe that plays a role. Maybe we're all a bit more in our right minds. I can say that I am, even despite the good supply of champagne I've been given this evening. So I think I've let the tension rise just long enough again. So let's go back to Bank of America's award presenter to tell us who's won this most coveted of IR Magazine trophies. Please, Liz, take it away. Do us the honor of telling us who has won our final award of the afternoon.
And finally, the last award tonight for Best Overall Investor Relations Large Cap. The nominees are Danaher, Equinix, Medtronic, Microsoft, and NVIDIA Corporation. And the winner is Medtronic. Congratulations, and congratulations to all of this year's winners.
Well, Ryan, let me be the first to offer my congratulations to Medtronic tonight, our winner of the best overall investor relations at a large cap company. We've heard from you a few times already, Ryan, but congratulations as well to you. How does it feel? Do you have any words you can share with us?
Wow, I'm speechless. Wow, thank you so much. It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of Medtronic, the executives of our company, and my IR team. The IR teams, I want to say that we're shortlisted for this award are all world-class teams. So it really means so much to be among them and to receive this recognition. And as we've been talking about all night, this past year has been unlike any other in at least in my career in IR. It's been a year where innovation dominated our strategy and thinking. We had to develop new ways of engaging with investors and analysts and rethink how to drive engagement in our new virtual environment. And then at the same time at Medtronic, we had to support a CEO transition and figure out how to communicate through this global pandemic that affected every part of our business. So we transitioned our platforms to creating and communicating through engaging video content. We had video webcasts for our earnings calls. That was a first in MedTech. And it goes out without saying that our team at Medtronic accomplished a lot this past year. And so I just want to thank IR Magazine for your support of our profession, the terrific job that you do with our award shows. I want to thank all the investors and analysts that voted for our team at Medtronic. It's a privilege to serve all of you. Thanks to our CEO, Jeff Martha, CFO, Karen Parkhill, who I know is watching this evening, our other leaders at Medtronic for their participation in our IR events and support for the activities that we take on. And a special thanks to our colleagues in communications, finance, legal, strategy, and marketing for all their partnership. And as you know, this is a team award. And for me, it's confirmation that I work with the best IR team in the business. I want to recognize my team, Francesca DiMartino, Mark Welk, and Wynn Edgson, Philip Burrell, Charles Elson, Justin Emery. I want to thank Robin Putnam, my assistant, and our senior event coordinator, Tracy McCartney, who manages an overwhelming number of investor engagements each year. So this award is for you, team. Thanks a lot. And we did it. Thanks.
You did, Ryan. Congratulations again from all of us here at IR Magazine. Look, it sounds like an awful lot of people you have to get together and celebrate in person as soon as circumstances allow, whether that's, we've heard of rodeo, an escape room, maybe you'll have to think of something as innovative to go with that. But from all of us here, again, congratulations, our large cap overall best IR winner, Ryan and the team at Medtronic.
Thank you so much. Great.
And there we are. What a fantastic way to end the show and to make sure that all of my my tension ratcheting didn't go to waste. Congratulations to everyone. At this point, I'd really call on the winners to make their way to the stage for a group photo. But as you can see, there's probably there's nobody waiting behind me. Sadly, you're going to have to make your own photographic memories. And as that's not possible, we have put something together in advance. So let's show you what we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the US Awards for another year. A huge and well-deserved congratulations to all of the winners and nominees alike. And remember, every winner will soon be receiving a box full of gifts from our partners, along with their well-deserved and distinctive IR Magazine trophies, and of course, the bottle of champagne from our official champagne partner, Silicon Valley Bank and SVB Leerink. So do keep an eye out for those packages, which will be arriving in the mail very shortly. And many thanks once again to all of our generous partners, without whom this event simply would not have been possible. And thank you too to everyone for tuning in and participating in the fun. Remember to head back over to your tables, your virtual tables as is, to continue the celebrations, or of course you can visit the networking area where you can meet nominees and of course today's winners. And finally, I almost forgot, not forgetting the winner of the Best Viewer Photo Competition. We're going to be revealing on screen just who that is in a moment. A bottle of champagne will be making its way to you. Hopefully you can enjoy that at your leisure, or maybe even save it for the next IR Magazine Virtual Do. Let me say it's been an absolute pleasure being your host this afternoon. I hope you're all staying safe and well out there, and I hope to see a few of you in the continued networking sessions in just a moment. I'll be there. I'll have a glass of champagne ready. I hope you do too. In the meantime, we'll see you soon. Good night, everyone.